Hey everyone, Charlie Hutchinson here with Houseworks Collective and Compass. I'm here with one of our investor agents, Ty Ash. I'm going to ask him a couple questions that I think I would have liked to know when I first started investing in real estate, and I hope that you guys want to know them too. First question for you, Ty. Investing in real estate. Do you need money to get started, or how do you get started? Say you don't have a ton of cash on you, like what's the first step?
My first piece of advice is understand what are your goals? What are you really trying to achieve with investing in real estate? And then, could you do it with no money down? Yes, that's definitely going to increase your risk, but honestly what you're going to want to do is make sure you're operating from a good financial position. Start working on getting a down payment of some kind. Actually reach out, find some other investors that are doing something similar to what strategy you think is going to work for you.
Well, I guess the next question then, how did you get started in investing in real estate?
Yeah, so I think I started educating myself online. I use very common website, Bigger Pockets. That's where I've learned a ton. In just tons of podcasts, just ingested it every single day, to and from work, all that different pieces. So the education piece was big for me. And then honestly, the next step once I was actually ready to move was finding a real estate agent. I actually found you. So there you go. I learned a lot from Charlie. I bought my first duplex from Charlie, and he brought me into this world of real estate as well. So, having that expert who's done it before and can show you the steps, super important.
Milwaukee's a great Midwest market, and you kind of hear all the time that the coasts are super expensive, but in the Midwest, there's some good pockets to invest in. Why is Milwaukee and the surrounding area a good spot to invest in, from your perspective?
Yeah, I think one thing that draws a lot of people, both in-state and out-of-state investors, is that price to rent ratio. The real estate still is relatively affordable here in the Milwaukee, Midwest area, but we actually have some pretty good rents to support that. So one of the most common rule of thumbs that people use in real estate is the 1% rule. So if you buy a place for $100,000, hopefully it's getting you $1,000 per month in rent, and that should actually, generically speaking, it'll help you get to a cash flowing asset. So it's one of those markets that's still kind of left where you can get pretty dang close to that, and obviously with lower interest rates that we have been experiencing for the last year and a half or so, helps you actually achieve that 1% rule and cash flow.
So real estate is like this big, sexy moneymaker. At least that's what a lot of people make it sound like and look like, right?
Yeah.
What is one of the biggest mistakes that people make when they get started in real estate, if there is one?
I think it goes back to something we talked about earlier in terms of not starting from a position of financial strength to weather the storm. And honestly, that kind of leads into not treating it like a business, because that's inevitably what it is. You come into it, I'm going to put no cash into this, I'll kind of fly by my seat of my pants, I'll just bring anybody in and rent it from me, and then all of a sudden your lease doesn't hold up, you might have a problem tenant, and you haven't prepared yourself, you haven't educated yourself to take on what inevitably is a business that you're going to hopefully be on, an undertaking for the next 30 years. That's what a mortgage typically is for investment property, so it's not a small decision to make.
Ty, great answers. We have a lot more knowledge coming from Ty and myself and Houseworks Collective at Compass. If you want to invest in real estate, feel free to reach out to us. We love talking about real estate and investing. Also, send us questions below. We'd love to answer those questions on our next little episode. Until next time.